Is it that time again, my friends? Is it that time again? Are we here? Have we arrived at the destination? For me, it is Friday morning, 1:30 a.m. For you, who knows? But what I know is it is time for the big red 40k stream. Welcome, everyone! Welcome, even. We've had a few people chatting already in the comments section. Let me just pop this out. I don't know how many are concurrently viewing or not. Hello, Beska! Welcome. It is an exciting day, my friends. Well, I don't know if it's that exciting, but it's pretty exciting to be here on stream with you guys. How's that? Huh? Huh? It's basically the same thing. Oh. Well, I decided to stream instead of going to sleep, so that's never a good choice. But yeah, I thought it was appropriate to do a morning stream because I do want to get a bit of hobbying into here today, and for the most part, when I'm hobbying, I do stream with you guys. As per usual, we do wait a few minutes before we begin the process of doing the extra things on the stream, like hobbying, just to see if anyone's going to flow into the chat and see us today. Sleep is for the weak. And you'll note he wrote that as in sleep is for the weak, as in, like, for a week. Thank you, Besker. Monday to Friday, that's what sleep's for. Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You can have it all, Besker. You can have it all. That's what it's meant for. Who needs anything else now that sleep is for the weak? Besker's like, unsubscribe. I'm out of here. I'm not going to take this abuse anymore. But how are you guys? Anything new and exciting going on? I think the concurrent view count on YouTube is broken again. Oh, I know that's what you meant to say, Besker. I'm aware that's what you meant to say, but it's what you actually did. Actions speak louder than words, Besker. Actions speak louder than words. And your actions here today was to prove to me that you said sleep was for the week, for the entire week. That's how this works. That's how it happened. YouTube is always broken. Of course it is, I know. It should be broken, too. It should. It's vile. It's disgusting. It allows me to stream on it. How degenerate. How delightfully degenerate. But, yeah, I finished up. I normally don't do 3 meals in a day. I actually opted to have a third meal, which gave me an energy boost to be here. To be here on stream with you guys. I'm like, I can't really sleep now. So no way. And I have to hobby, that means. That means I have to do something. But, good morning, Keith Moore, and welcome! Welcome! I am hoping that, I am personally hoping. How'd the painting stream go today? I couldn't pop in. Oh, it was great. We got most of the first layer of the white done on all of it. And effectively what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be doing a layer of dry brushing on most of that white now. I always do the dry brushing first because the black and the reds are the last things I apply for the paint scheme. It's very easy to do. It looks great too. That's the part that I can't really believe that it's real. I'm like, this isn't possible. It can't be this easy. And it is. I mean, it's time consuming, but it's not difficult. At least I got work this morning before the big. Ah, yeah, man. See? I'm still up from the last time I streamed. I'm still up. I'm still awake, man. I'm still here. Agrax, you and I are in the same boat. White now? You said you don't mean right now? Action show red. Oh no. I have been undone. I have been undone! You see me get up, start tearing my shirt, storm out of the room, screaming. Ah! I am undone! Here are people like, you have to calm down, Bear! Bear, calm down! I am undone! All is lost! I was strong once! I am weak now! My eyes, they burn. The goggles, they do nothing. But you know what? Like, one thing let's move subjects a little bit to something more 40k adjacent, other than me ripping my shirt off and screaming that I am undone. I am hoping, oh man, I'm hoping that Epic 40,000 is not Horus Heresy. It's probably not going to be announced at Adepticon, but it might be announced this year. But for the love of God, they need to stop doing all these specialist games as Horus Heresy. Like Battlefleet Gothic and Epic should be for everybody. I don't want to have mirror matches. Like, Imperium versus Imperium is extraordinarily boring to me. Oh, Besker, you don't know what Epic is? Besker, do you not know what Epic is? Do you not know, Beskar? Besker, tell me you know. You have to know. There's no way you don't. This is all part of a ruse. Epic 40,000 is one of the primary games of Warhammer 40,000, or at least it was, back in the 90s. So it is Warhammer 40,000 at a different scale. And I will show you what it looks like. It's where Titans come from. If you ever wonder where the designs and things like that for Titans come from, it all comes from Epic. So this is back in the day. I played this a little tiny bit, and my uncle is huge into Epic 40,000. So what it is this. This is Epic 40,000. Besker, stop. You were alive. Besker, you've been alive since 1968. I know, I can understand here. I understand. You, sir, are a 55-year-old man. You know, you're a 54-year-old man. Don't lie. Don't lie, Besker. There's no reason to lie. But that's it, man. That's it there. So basically, it's Warhammer 40,000 at 5mm scale. And it has Titans. So when people first saw the Titanicus miniatures, they thought it was going to be Epic 40,000. But then it ended up being Horus Heresy Titanicus. Yeah, man, that's epic. That's Epic 40,000. It's for epic battles on Warhammer 40,000. That's its point. Yeah, and they're doing Epic again, but my genuine fear, is that if they do Epic, they're going to do it as a Horus Heresy game. I'd like to say I'm a legally 22-year-old man. Oh, it's Besker. It's just like, I would like to clarify that I'm actually a 22-year-old man. I ordered 5 packs of Bangers sausages for St. Patrick's Day, thinking I would get a pack of 5 bangers. Instead, I got 5 packs of 10 bangers. I just had to say this for some reason. Well, Marcus, that is superb. I am sure that the spirit of St. Patrick is overjoyed with your dedication. I am sure that the spirit of St. Patrick has flowed through your body now, and you've become a god. Ah, delicious. Sweet, delicious death. But, yeah, one thing I'm going to be doing, Epic 40k, the game is, for a person with steady hand and strong nerves, it is, man. But, for For me, I'm actually really excited to get through these Necrons. I think they look amazing. And I'm also very excited for the opportunity after that to paint a bit of Battletech on stream. These guys, I'm going to have to decide what I want to paint them as. I've got tons of them. You know what I might do? Just to show you guys the size of my collection, because I went full in on the Kickstarter when they relaunched the game with new plastic miniatures. I have like 200 battle mechs. I genuinely think that I might clear everything off there after the Necrons are done, after the current batch are done, and we can just have a stream with pictures and things like that of what my whole collection looks like. I think that might be a lot of fun, actually. You know what, actually? I might even have a picture of what it looked like when I only got the first 3/4 of my Kickstarter in. Necrons look amazing, and to Battletech, yeah, we're gonna do both of them, man. We're doing it all. I want it all. I want it all. My uncle was into Epic 40,000 mostly. When he heard rumors it was coming back, his new wife was just like, "You're not ever going near that shit," because they don't have the money for it. But we'll see if I have the opportunity in the future. I may see if the channel does well enough. I may buy and paint him a Warlord Titan. Painting my first Battletech mini yesterday caused a resurgence and a desire to paint minis again. That's awesome, Agrax. I mean it. For me, you know what? I know this sounds crazy, because like I'm just some fat dude on a camera right now. But for me to know that I influenced your hobby in a positive way, and that it inspired you to do something that you're going to enjoy, actually genuinely brings me a great deal of joy. Because, like, for me, it's, like, so much of this is just being able to sit down and talk with people about doing cool things. Doing cool things with models. Doing cool things with lore. Like, whether it be backstories, or checking out new books, or talking to people about miniatures, or anything really related to the hobbies that we're really here for. You know, for me, that's why this channel's here. Like, at the end of the day, that is huge for me. You've inflated my ego now, Agrax. I have become the one true one. I am the one now. I am the one. I have achieved a new great status. This is what I've become now. I've transformed into my true form. Thank you, Agrax. And now you have seen my true form. Oh yeah, she was like, "Don't you dare." She gave me this look like, "You piece of garbage." I was like, "Look, lady, I'm not trying to cause any trouble." It's incredibly affordable, Vesker. Even in Australia, it's incredibly affordable. I genuinely would recommend it, my friend. Like, it's a great game. Discount Dr. Disrespect. Oh my goodness. You guys are awesome. Hi, I'm from Wish. It's like, we asked for Dr. Disrespect. It's like, yeah, don't worry about it. Like, I'm him. Sound nothing like him. He's like a foot taller than me, too. The guy's like 6'8" or some crazy thing. He's enormous. Here I am. I'm like, I'm 5'11". I'm almost 6 feet tall. This Goliath next to me. Ah! Hey, buddy. How's it going? Not only that, he's jacked, too. It's like, wow. It's like, not only am I the discount Dr. D, I'm also, like, fat. It's like, what if Dr. Disrespect was fat and Canadian? I look away and behold a cool dude in shades appears. So mini Disrespect. No, I weigh more than Dr. Disrespect, I suspect. Thanks, Fair. I learned thinning paints is a good idea. Just kidding. Well, I certainly hope you did, Marcus, because thinning paints is actually a good idea. Thin your pants, bro. He can bench press you. He might be able to. Though I'm pretty fat. I don't know if yeah, he probably could. It's hard to bench press a person, but if you could just divide up my mass enough, well, I bet he probably could. Be pretty impressive, though, because I am quite a fat man. I've slowly changed, though. I have actually lost a little tiny bit of weight since I left the stressful situation of my prior employment. And I have the objective to continue to lose weight and to get in better shape, so... Suppose I'd best do some work, and then I'll catch you all later. Have a great one, Keith Moore. Thank you for joining me here this morning. I appreciate it. I'm gonna get back to work. Let me see here. Let me see here, though, because I'm gonna see if I think I posted the whole damn thing. I'm pretty sure I did. Let's see. Did I post the whole damn thing? I know I posted it somewhere. Did I post it on the Battletech forums? That's the only question I have. Did I post it on the Battletech forums? I might not have. I thought I did, but I might not have. Oh, God. Ah. Maybe it's on my Imgur account. Hold on, guys. Sorry about this. I just want to see if I've actually got it, because that would be very much easier. I do not. Perfect. Boo. Boo. I suck. Boo. Boo. But yeah, no, it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to painting up the Necrons. I'm going to get started on that again in about 7 or 8 minutes now. And then we're going to paint those guys for a little while, and let's talk to the chat. It's a morning stream, so it's never the busiest stream in the world, but you never know. Let's go to... I just want to see. I'm still looking at the chat. The flesh is weak, and so the doctor is weak. Ooh. Then that sounds like that sounds like you're uttering a threat, my dude. I hope you're not uttering a threat, my guy. That would be, like, very threatening and stuff. Oh, you know what I found? I had a piece of artwork commissioned for the character I had created for BattleTech. I don't know if I'll show that, but I did have that. Do I have the picture here? Oh, who wants to see Ares as a pup? You guys want to see what Ares looked like when he was just a wee pup? Is that what you guys want to do? I think you guys do. I'm only showing you this because I stumbled across it. This is what Ares looked like when Ares was a puppy. Be warned, you may die. I'm warning everybody now. If you can't handle this, turn away. There he is. That's what he looked like. That is him. Yep. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's another one. Here's another one, you guys. It's coming. I'm warning you. That's him. That's Ares when he's a puppy. Before we got him. Brother, I have fallen. I can handle the cuteness. Look at him. He's so funny looking, even as it's a young dog. I can't believe... You know, only because I'm looking for another picture do I find the dog. I'm like, man, like, I'm looking for this other picture I have. Where is it? Let's check my old folder. As I'm checking through, I'm like, hey, wait a second. That's Ares, but as a small young dog. He was a gorgeous dog, guys. Like, and he still is. He's an amazing dog. He's got to be one of the coolest looking dogs I've ever had. And I've had a lot of dogs. They usually live to the ripe old age of 13 to 16. Just gonna check this one more time, because goddamn, I actually... Yeah, it's not in that one. Could it be in here? Ooh, it might be. Nope. Damn. Disappointed! I know I took a picture of it, too. That's really annoying. That's really annoying. Genuinely, that's super annoying. Oh, he looks as confused as he always is, Rudy. He looks as confused as he always is. The little fuzzy bastard. No, it's not going to be that one. That's too old. Is there anywhere else where I could have put in it? Oh, yeah, I'll have to redo it. That's a shame. Well, it's not that much of a shame. I mean, I don't mind getting all my miniatures out and putting them up for people to see, but it is a shame for me. I've also got brand new boxes of them that are also waiting to be opened up, because there's only 3 boxes left that I have not that have not arrived that I've paid for, which are my Comstar boxes. They're all that's left. Once those arrive, I've gotten all my BattleTech stuff, and I might pick up a few things here or there after that, but I'll have everything I need to run BattleTech in the era that I prefer to run it. I'll be able to run RPGs. I'll have all these unique and diverse forces, and they're easy to paint. They're really easy to paint, especially when you segment them down and you build them at a small number at a time. So, I think, yep, we're 22 minutes and 22 seconds. Boys, it is time. It is time, my friends, for us to begin painting more Necrons again. Ah. Alright. Light goes on. There, let's stop there. So first things first, when we take a look at this is how the black set on the end of this. So when I was talking about before, about dry brushing it up and making it into something else, that's actually what I think we're going to do first, because we're mostly dry brushing at this stage of development on this anyway. So, did I leave my dry brushes in the other room, or are they here with me now? Here with me in spirit. I think they're in the other room. No! I have failed you all! I'll be right back. Let's go grab one. So, again, guys, I use the Army Painter dry brushes, and I use Artis Opus dry brushes. So, in this case, I am using the Army Painter dry brushes. Those are what typically my workhorse ones. The Artis Opus stuff I typically use for very particular and high-end models that I really want to have that extra 10% of quality for. So these are them here. If you do not have these, I cannot stress enough, buy these. Sincerely, they're not paying me, I'm not a big channel or anything like that. These are amazing. These are the best dry brushes you can get for the money. You can get better ones. The Artis Opus ones are better, to be clear, but you're going to pay 3 times as much. These are incredible. Alright, so, what we're going to be doing here is I'm going to be grabbing a gray, which in this case, I think the gray I wanted to use when I envisioned this at the high level is Dawnstone. However, at the medium level, we are going to use a different gray. And if I want it to look more like an ashen wasteland, we are going to use Mechanicus Standard Gray. So, the only thing here is, where did I put my palette? I always do this every time. I'm like, I don't need my palette anymore. I'll put it somewhere. I'll forget where I put it as well. I'm not very smart. Oh, where did I put it? I've got that small brain energy, boys. I feel like my dog. I look so confused. I feel so confused. Here it is. Behold the well-used palette. We're going to be using my palette for 2 sets of dry brushing this morning. First one here. I'm using my larger dry brush because I use the medium dry brush to do the whites. Right. Apply that there. What we do is we begin mixing it up, just to show you guys what I'm doing here. Mixing it up on the palette. And one important point is after it's all done, I take a little dab of water, just gently insert that, and then put that in as the last layer there. So it's not totally dry, it's mostly dry. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to go over this base. Oh, you guys are already starting to see the results, eh? Do this up close. So, when I had the envision of doing these weird type of blackish, destroyed ashen wasteland, you see it's a black base, but it doesn't seem that way anymore. Look at that. Look at all that detail coming out. Oh, this looks cool. Hey, how's it going, Overboard? We are painting Necrons on stream right now. I do some paint streams from time to time, and so that's what we're doing this morning. Make a little bit more of this. Reload up the brush. What's my favorite color? Do you want me to be really specific? I would say my personal favorite color would be... Oh man, that's tough. Either green or yellow, depending on my mood. Which is why Bad Moons is the perfect horse. Alright. So this is the planned base. And what that will do is, for all of these guys, have them on these blackened bases with extra ashen turf over top of it. Yeah. Very Terminator almost. Yeah. I like it. Oh god, no. Not the bit, not the base! Alright. There we go. That actually is going to look really cool, I think. Black bases. But not. They're gray. I didn't want it to have that earthy look, which is what I would end up having alternatively. So I went for a base design. In this case, it's going to look like it's basically marching across a world of darkness and death. The white monster is just emerging from that. Very cool. I think it's going to be cool. How dare you guys? I can hear you in my mind telling me how it's not cool. Well, whatever. And this wouldn't be the final layer either. There'd be one more very light layer that goes on over top once we've applied turf. Very cool. Very cool. Alright, be right back. Alright, boys, we're back in action. Ha! I always clean off my dry brushes after we're done using them. I don't want to ever wreck them. Alright, so now this is the main white that I typically use right now anyway for dry brushing. It's a garbage white otherwise. Don't listen to people if they ever tell you that White Scar is a good paint. It's a crappy paint, as are most whites produced by most paint companies, to be honest. There's a few good ones out there, but I don't use this one as a layer paint. That's not why it's there. That's not why it exists, my friends. Red and black, eh? Now we're just going through, we're just very carefully. We're just dry brushing all this area here. That's what we're doing, little by little. Just going through, just elevating color where we want it to be. That's all it is, boys. That's all it is. You don't need to really be hyper with this type of dry brush. Just basic strokes. That'll be enough. It'll catch the corners. And compare those two legs there, you can already see the difference. Yes, guys, this is how easy it is to paint white now. Well, it's not easy. There's a lot of steps to this. But compared to what it was before, no question. Easy peasy. It is, man. Sincerely. You know what? If it weren't for contrast paints, I would never have even tried to make an army like this. I would have moved on. I would be like, there's no way I'm going to be able to paint a whole army with white armor. Especially contrasting with black. And now, no way. Easy peasy. Now, again, it's time consuming. I had to go through a lot to get them to even the point where I am going to be painting them. But make no mistake, it has allowed what was once almost impossible for most painters to become very doable. Can you get better results different ways? Sure. You can definitely get better results if you are a high skill painter. So if you're an A+ painter, sure, you can get better results. But I'm a C+ painter. I can do some pretty impressive stuff. But for me, I like it to look good. I like it to be creative in terms of what I'm doing. But I'm not a guy who's going to win a Golden Demon award. Instead, the best I can do is when you take a look at the models that I'm producing, that I'm making, you can go, wow, that's a very striking miniature. It's a very striking paint scheme. It looks good for X, Y, and Z reasons. That's the best I can pull off. And I'm very happy with that. I'm very proud of that. So, you know, I can definitely create models that people will have a second look at. And that's a very big point of pride for me personally. You know, they say pride goes before the fall, am I right, fellas? Ha ha ha! Aww. Alright, boom. So the legs are not done, but the white portion of the legs are completed. Yeah, they've all gotten their adequate dosage of dry brushing. I was just have to go through and double check just to make sure I got everything. Yes. So, now, a lot of it's just keeping on, guys. Just same pattern, same thing, just new body part. Oh, I can't do these ones yet because I didn't do the underside yet. What we can do is we can do the skeletal portion, the animators, or the reanimators, or whatever the Necrons are calling them this week. Again, you don't need to freak out and just blast the hell out of it with the brush. Brush is going to find those edges if you've done your job correctly on the way up. Very nice, very striking. Taking care of all that space. Finding all those edges. Upgrading that white to something newer and better. All that shading, all that depth. It's very nice looking. There we go. Boom. They still do Golden Demon, I'm pretty sure, Vesker. The Golden Demon models look kind of lame now. I don't know how much of them they've done since COVID started, though. Ah, I said it. Damn it. I said the word that shall not be named. YouTube, forgive me. Algaroth, I throw myself at you. Show me mercy, YouTube. I'm not spreading misinformation. Please, YouTube, no. YouTube will sentence this stream to a death sentence now, boys. My follies are my own. Go. Another one done. Boom, boom. Go. Again. Same technique. Same technique. Same thing. Please, Lord Elgaroth, forgive this man for his sins. He knew not what he did. I was only mentioning it to give context. YouTube, please. Please, YouTube, no. No, YouTube, I have a family, or at the very least, I have a dog. I throw myself at your feet, YouTube. Forgive me. Good morning, Clown Hater, and welcome! Welcome, even! How you doing this morning, man? You having a good morning? How dare you condemn innocent civilians to die with your false and misleading information of said word? Overboard! You have to understand, Overboard. The government made me do it. It was the government. The government, I tell you, they gave me money, but they threatened me. It's all part of the plans. They're trying to turn the frogs. It's like you just hear me getting taken out. No, I did everything you asked. I was the ultimate shell. Go. Perfect. One last piece left to do, which is the piece that broke off, which we'll be fixing after the fact. It's just a little battle damaged. Alright, boom. So that's done. Just give me 1 second here, boys. I just have to wash this off. Alright. So that's it for the dry brushing. At least for what I can do today, because I forgot to do the underside of these. YouTube will now strike your channel. No, not with a copyright strike, but with a banner pinned in the top left of the live screen, and everyone will know that you're a spreader of false information. Oh god, no. No, I'm sorry, YouTube, I didn't mean it. No, YouTube, no. I'm weak, YouTube, like a bowl of crabs. These are all the bits that I forgot to do. So, we're going to do them now. Going to go through here and put a big old dose of apothecary on it. like that. Just that easy. That piece down. Go. Well, it looks like the keyboard warriors came out in droves. What keyboard warriors? I don't know what you're talking about, X. Hey, how's it going, Matthew Bureau? Hello, everyone to Relevant Time Zone. How is the Dynasty's newest editions coming along? It's going along well. I'm just going through. I'm adding in a bit more contrast to these guys to finish off these. There is one thing I did forget to do, which was I forgot to do this, but I also forgot another thing, too. Which is unfortunate for me, which is I actually have to go through and I still have to airbrush these white, which I have not done, because I was negligent. My god. But it will be something I will correct before the next stream, and then at that point, things will get very much easier to finish these guys off. Because, like, quite literally, we're done about 50% of the work that you actually have to do to get this thing finished on all of them, and we've not done this very long so far. There's actually, that's not entirely true. The reds take a long time to do on this, but it's well worth the patience. It really is. Done. Still needs to be done. Still needs to be done. But then we are done with these ones. What color paint manufacturer were you using for the dry brush? Asking for some white power armor. So for the air, because I airbrush this stuff white first. I use Vallejo. I typically use their game white through the airbrush over top of a white primer to basically build up the base. Then I take a pot of Apothecary, which is a 50-50 mixture of Apothecary and the contrast medium paint, and that is then used to do this to the entirety of the miniature. And then after that, I go through and I do a dry brush with just White Scars White, just as a dry brush. It doesn't really matter because it's a dry brush. It's not like it does matter for whites when you're applying them as a layer paint, absolutely. But for dry brushing, especially, just get a bright white for your dry brush, and that's what I do. Some people do like to go and get dedicated dry brush paints. I've not had personally good experience with dedicated dry brush paints. So I'm not going to say, you know, do it. I've just personally not had great experiences with it. So that's why I don't do it. One last piece to rule them all and bind them in the darkness. All right, so all those pieces are going to be ready for dry brush soon. The Vallejo white better than the Citadel white? Well, for airbrushing, yes. For airbrushing, definitely. 100% Clown Hater. If you're airbrushing it, yeah, that's the case. If we're talking about painting it on manually, I'm really not sure. I wouldn't lie to you on that front. I really don't know. So The black for the limbs is actually a very easy part to do on this guy. On all these guys. Because it's actually just really very simple. Take a bit of this, get a bunch of it. Just go into the joint very carefully. Just carefully go into that joint. It's a big pile of contrast black. There's a little bit of slippage, it's not going to be that big a deal, but for the most part you want to be as careful as possible. Right into the hole there. First ball joint is done. I have the complete set of Army Painter air paints on the way. Oh, very nice. I've actually got a couple new Army Painter paints I use for my Night Lords. So I'm a big advocate for Army Painter. Great company. They make great paints. So I tend to use Vallejo more than Army Painter, but Army Painter is by no means a substandard paint manufacturer. They are superb. Another joint down. I have the... Oh, sorry. That... I almost read the same comment twice. My madness has reached its peak. Bit by little bit, it gets done. It's like chipping away at a wall. Building a wall, rather. Just little bit by little bit, you just build it up. It looks very cool when you're done. Go. Get in. Go. Perfect. One more ball joint to do, and then this leg's done. Have you got either of the flyers or the command barge? No, I have not. I do not have any of those models, Clown Hater. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, it might, yeah. There we go. So, one set of legs. This is black applied to it. Now, actually, in this guy's particular case, there is a bit more black to be added in that the spines on all of my guys are also done in this black scheme. So, be very careful to not touch on too many things that we don't want to. Right. Go. Just keep on being careful. At this stage, it's all about just being very careful. So we go through and we just gently take care of this. Sorry if I'm pulling this out of view for a moment. It's just I really need to get into some tight spots here. And ideally, I don't want to do that and damage any of the other colors that we've worked on to get this guy where he is now. Which is looking pretty okay so far, if I do say so myself. You would say that, Bear, wouldn't you? Yes, yes I would. This is here. Extra joint. Go. There. Go. Done yet, though. Do you have any 3D printing? I started this year. No, I'm not going to be able to get a 3D printer. I don't have the space for it. I have bought 3D printed miniatures. I do have 3D printed components and all that. I don't have a problem with 3D printing. It's just it's not really something that will work for my life circumstance, unfortunately. Oh boy. Oh boy. Almost done. So what we have to do now is the back plate for the orb. Very careful. The reason why I'm being very careful with this is because the pure white give me a better result with the red that I'm going to use underneath it than with the black. No, I made a mistake. No. It's going to be touched up, but it won't be quite as intense in those areas, unfortunately. It's dry regardless. I'm missing, yes, it's a little bit. One last small piece here. One last small piece. And then all will be perfect. So the black on this portion is actually done. It's done. It's actually finished. So that's one little area that we actually have almost done, except for the red effect that we put on everything after the fact. Oh, not everything, but we put on the leg after the fact. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wait for that to dry. Don't want to do any more of these things, black locations right now. I think we've been doing hobbying for a good 40 minutes here. So actually, I think we're going to switch back to chat. Just give me a second here. Boys! Give me a moment. Bam. Bam. We're even going to be able to transfer it back to me! Behold me in my grandeur! Oh, well that was fun. Nothing like getting a little bit of hobbying in. Nothing like getting a little bit of hobbying in first thing in the morning. Or rather, at the very end of the day. Yeah, so that is a little bit of how I do that stuff. We will be doing more of it tomorrow, probably on stream again. I might do a little bit more tonight, but that's most of it. My eyes, they burn. Why do your eyes burn, Besker? Oh. Is this why? Are you okay now, Besker? Besker, is everything alright? Are you going to be alright? Have you suffered a traumatic injury, Besker? Besker, you need to respond. Are you okay? My eyes, the goggles, they do nothing! Ah! But yeah, that was a great deal of interest for me. And as I said, it's very simple techniques to be able to do white now. It is time consuming, but it's definitely worth it if you want to have that. How dare you, Besker? How dare you? You insult me, sir! You insult me, sir! How dare you, sir? I thought we were friends, Besker. Look at him, saying that my ugliness is what made his eyes burn. Well, I will have you know, sir, that I am extraordinarily ugly. On the inside and out. I'm ugly where it counts. Oh. Never intended for this one to be the longest stream, so we're probably only going to be alive for another 30-ish minutes, because I will be going to sleep around 3 in the morning, so just as a heads up. I started painting my white scars in a similar way. Yeah, man, it's the way to do it, Overboard. It's the way to do it. You know what? It makes me genuinely happy that these types of paint schemes are possible now. Like, you know, it's as crazy as it sounds. A lot of armies that you would have seen 10 years ago, you would have never seen them. People like painting a whole white army, no way. Even if you built up from a gray, it's like, man, no way. It's so much work. Anything that goes wrong, you know, basically you throw the model out. It's done. You'll never be able to get that perfect back. And you know what? Yeah, that's still the case, but at least it's a lot easier to get that end result. I can't stress it enough just how much I value that in terms of the ability to paint. I won a painting contest with the Eldar I posted. Ah! Argo, you do a great job painting though, man. You're an A+ painter, my friend. And remember, as I said, it's those wonderful fabrics that you're able to paint. They're just beautiful. Hot Coca and Bear Stream, could life get any better? No, it can't, Zacho. This is as good as it will ever be. It will never be better than this. Ever. So I hope that you appreciate that. Well, I gotta be nice, Argo. I can't... I was gonna be like, well, I was gonna say a B+. I'm like, oh, no, that's gonna sound shitty. So he's an A+ painter now. No, my railgun... No, my railguns. My railguns! No, my Necrons are actually based on, the Portal Sentry robot. That's actually what inspired me to paint them that way. Oh, I know, but some people get chapped if you're like, he's a B+ player. Oh, some people are gonna get real mad if you call him a B+ player. That is a good way to end a friendship. He's a B+ player. So this is what I base the Necron color scheme on. No joke. That's what I thought of when I'm like, man, how do I want to paint these guys? I'm like, that looks sharp. That looks mean. Let's do it. B+ disrespect. B+ doctor disrespect. How dare you, Zacho? Zacho, man, you're killing me. You're killing me, Zacho. What have I ever done to deserve this? I come out here, I stream for you people. I'm like, you people? You know, I come on here, I'm like, guys, listen. Listen, everybody. I am here for you. I am good friend. And you guys are just like, no, get out. We don't want the big red bear. We don't want the discount doctor disrespect. We don't want to know how to paint white. We don't want any of that. We just want you to end the stream. And I'm like, no, please. I'm here to help you guys. I'm here to be your friend. And you guys consistently just attack me, and it hurts. It hurts me deep down. Somewhere beneath all of the copious amount of fat that covers my body, somewhere inside of me, I feel a small pinprick of pain. Very, very small, though. It's either that or heartburn. I can't figure it out, but it's somewhere. I love the sound these make when you push them over. What's good, Bear? Why are you streaming so late? Oh, it's just up, man. That's what's good, Fawcett. I was up. I'm like, you know what? I normally I don't have 3 meals a day. I actually have 2 meals a day plus some snacks. You know, in between, I try to avoid having a 3-meal day. Today I had a 3-meal day. I have more energy. I'm like, I can't sleep. Let's stream. So that's why we're here. We're streaming. It's early morning. We're just doing some hobby stuff. Anytime I do any hobby stuff, I try to do it on stream with you guys. I really do. He paints them white so it's easier to see them, remove them. Yeah, I'll never miss them. On the table, I'll never miss them. They're so stark, so contrast covered. Bear has feelings. I thought he was a computer program controlled by Ares. I am a computer program controlled by Ares. But when you hurt me, you hurt Ares. A bearer of many titles, Lord of the Inner Sphere. That's right. I am, of course, the Captain General of both the Free Worlds League and of the Custodians of the Imperium. I just woke up from a drunken pool day, and a sunburn is worse than I imagined. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, you guys wakes up. I would be lying if I said I hadn't suffered similar circumstances before. Yeah, this is awesome. We'll never go back inside. Stay outside forever. The next day, you're bright red. I'm dying. I'm dying. It's awesome. But yeah, that is what's going on. That is how the world turns today. We paint Necrons. Quivering abs, Red. You don't have them, so you can't be Captain General Kidden of the Custodians. Well, I will have you know that Kidden is a heretic and a Xeno lover. He is a sick and depraved abomination in the eyes of the Emperor and the Imperium, and he should be put to death, along with the rest of the Custodians. I'm going to come out and I'm going to say the truth, guys. You guys, who wants to hear the truth? Who wants to hear the truth? I'm going to have to tell you the truth right now. The Custodians are the enemies of the people, and they are the enemies of the Emperor of Mankind himself. Mic drop. Boom. I said it. I believe that the Custodians of the Emperor are nothing but cruel monsters who do disservice to their Emperor. They're not even good at their jobs. How did Earth get covered in gene stealers, guys? Custodes of the Emperor right there. Gene stealers everywhere. Explain that one to me. When I moved to Alabama from Michigan, you learn a lot about sun very quick. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Shit hurts so bad, man. I'm waiting for the store to open up so I can buy... Oh, yeah, dude, that's gotta be painful as shit, dude. Even moving it would be painful. He's painting abs on his Necrons. Instead of the cables below, there's just an armor plate with abs on it. Here you go, guys. This is them. It's what you wanted. Just replace the Custodians with Blood Angels. No, you replace them with Imperial Fists. The Imperial Fists are the rightful defenders of Terra, and they should be the rightful defenders of the Emperor. You should allow them to increase themselves back up to full Legion size, just to fulfill this duty, and they should execute the Custodians. All of them. Wait, Barry, you saying the Custodians have self-interest? Yes. Heresy, they are mindless servants of the Emperor, as much as like Necrons. Absolutely. Adeptus Necrodes. Oh, Grimgar, welcome aboard. He arrives like a superhero, smashing into the ground with that comment. But no, I mean, it's true, guys. Think about it. Would you trust the Custodians of the Emperor to keep the Emperor safe? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Why would I? All they ever do is try to undermine the other servants of the Imperium. It's extraordinarily disgusting, and they should be lined up against a wall and given the Emperor's mercy. Every last one of them. The Custodians of the Emperor are the enemies of the people, and they are the enemies of the Emperor himself. And I take nothing back. I take nothing back. I know this is a controversial opinion. It's very controversial. I'm aware of that. But I'm going to tell you right now that the Horus Heresy wouldn't have happened if the Custodes hadn't engineered it. I believe that they are more responsible for what has happened for the Horus Heresy. And I believe that they helped Erebus to corrupt Horus in the background by allowing events to play out the way they did, so that they could continue to be in the position of power that they are. Prove me wrong. The Bearspiracy? Custodian. No, Minotaurs play bad cop overboard. The Horus Heresy was an inside job. You know, you gotta look at it this way, folks. Who benefited the most when the Emperor went down on the Bridge of the Vengeful Spirit? Now, I know some of you people out there are going to say, Horus Lupercal. He was out there trying to seize power. That's just what they want you to believe. But you got to look closer to home. You got to look right there at the base, and you can see the people around the Emperor who would try to deceive him, try to overthrow him. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Malcador the Sigillite and the Custodians undermined the authority of the Emperor. They were there, folks. I know it. I've got sources. They were there. And they were there to make sure that he was going down onto that throne. After that, the Custodes could run everything forever. And they're just gonna have to deal with it. The Custodians, these Custodians, they're out there claiming to defend the Emperor. I have not seen them defend the Emperor once. Have you? These people are, they fly around in black ships. Black ships, I tell you, crossing between the star systems. They've got psychers on them. That's all I know. Not that GW would go there, but if the Emperor did become an Immaterium god, he would have more likely to kill off the Custodes and go with the Sisters of Battle and the Marines. Yeah, I mean, probably, yeah. Big Red Jones. You're making me want to melt down my Custodes. For the record, I just want to make something perfectly clear here. I don't have a problem with Custodes. So I just want to make that very clear. This is just me taking the piss. It's just me taking the piss. I swear, I'm just making fun of it. The Bear Heresy, I like the sound of it. It all began with the mustache, then the shades, then absolute chaos. Absolutely. The forces of chaos cannot harm you if you have adequate eye protection. If you have... well, they were supposed to sacrifice themselves to prevent the Emperor dying. Big fail right there, I know. Grimgar, what type of Custodians would allow their Emperor to fall in battle the way that he did? I know what type of Custodians would. Cowards. Cowards and insiders and traitors. Which is why I am declaring the Custodes are traitors. They failed in their duty deliberately. And they allowed the Emperor to suffer a mortal wound as a result. I'm saying that right now. Look me in the eyes, guys. Look me in the eyes. You can see me. You can see past these glasses. You know there's no bullshit here. There's no bullshit here. We're talking about truth. True facts now. And the first and most important true fact you have to remember. The Custodians are the enemies of the people, man. And you know what? The Imperium's not going to get better until you cut the disease out. You talk to a doctor will tell you, got to take the tumor out. Sometimes, you know, if you got somebody who's sick, they got cancer, they got a tumor, tumor's got to come out. You know, there's a bunch of ways you can get rid of that tumor, but I think the only way that you can get rid of something like as dirty and disgusting as the Custodes, you got to cut the tumor out. You got to cut them out. And you know what? If that means you got to line them up against a wall and just put some bolter rounds into them, that's what you got to do. And you know what? The real cure to this is to let the Minotaurs take care of it. The Minotaurs are the most loyal sons of the Imperium. They are loyal to the rightful government of the Imperium. Something, might I add, that the Emperor of Mankind invented. The Emperor of Mankind invented the Imperium, and he invented its government. He also invested in that government full control and authority. Have you ever seen the Custodians listen to the full control and authority of the High Lords of Terra? I think not. They bully them. They run them behind the scenes. They ignore the will of the people. They ignore the will of the people. Well, you know who doesn't ignore the will of the people? You know who doesn't? The Minotaurs. The Minotaurs listen to the rightful, legitimate government of the Imperium. And if you awaken the entirety of the Minotaurs, if you bring in their brothers in the Imperial Fists, if you have them attack Terra and dispose of the enemies of the people, the Custodians and their gene stealer allies, if you do that, we will have a brighter tomorrow. And the Emperor will finally be protected by people who know what's best for him. And his Imperium will be protected by people who know what's best for them. That's what I'm telling you right now. So the Custodians, they gotta go. They gotta go. They are enemies of the people, man. They gotta go. Imperial Fists and Minotaurs. Welcome, Miles. And welcome, Zero's Hobbies. I'm just telling you guys right now, Imperial Fists and Minotaurs. They're the only hope for the Imperium to have a legitimate government put back into place. And the usurper Rebude Gulliman, don't even get me started. If you thought the Custodians are bad, you know, the Custodians are undermining Rebude Gulliman as well. As a Minotaur player, I have no clue. The Minotaurs are effectively a small legion, Agrax. They never break the Codex Astartes because most of them are in the cryo sleep. That's why the Minotaurs can take seemingly horrendous losses. They can lose whole companies and then a few weeks later they're back to full strength and people don't understand. It's because they have a bunch of Minotaurs sitting in cryo. Every time a Minotaur dies, they turn a thing and another one pops out of the cryo tube. That's how they get around the Codex Astartes limitation. The only ones who can wake up all the Minotaurs at once are the High Lords of Terra. They're the only ones. They're the only ones. The enemy of my enemy is my friend? Not in this case. Because I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you thought the Custodians were bad with their capricious lies and undermining the rightful government, Rebude Gulliman's 10 times worse. 10 times worse. The Emperor of Mankind would be disappointed to see where his son, his noble son ended up. A coward who did not help the Imperium in its time of need. What did the Ultramarines do during the Horus Heresy, my friends? What did the Ultramarines do during the Horus Heresy? Think about that for a second. What did they actually accomplish in the Horus Heresy? The Ultramarines were as vile as the Dark Angels. The Ultramarines and the Dark Angels conspired together to let the Imperium die on the vine for their own power and purpose. And that is why Rebude Gulliman is also an enemy of the people. Exactly. You're completely right, Matthew Bureau. Why would you interrogate a monster like that? During the Istvan drop site massacre, the Ultramarines were on the other side of the galaxy. Yeah, on purpose, Ira. On purpose, they were on the other side of the galaxy. It was all part of their plot. They were purposefully absent. Purposefully absent. That's what happened there. I want you to think about that for a moment. Sorry, I have to go. Are you streaming later, mate? Yeah, we're going to stream later today. I'm going to be winding down this stream in about 10 to 20 minutes. Anyway, I'm going to go to sleep myself in a little bit. Coincidence? I think not. Coincidence? I think not. I can't even imagine somebody who would believe so foolishly that that's just a coincidence or it's just happenstance. How dare they? How dare they? And people who believe that are sheeple. The Ultramarines did everything they could. This is fake news. Wow! Overboard. The Ultramarines did nothing. They basically... You know what? I have it on good authority that the Ultramarines were high-fiving the Wordbearers when Erebus and Lorgar screwed over the Imperium. I have it on good authority. I've heard it from people. I've heard it from my people. My people tell me that this is the way it is. I can't even keep doing it with a straight face. What the fuck did I just listen to? Have a good one, Stuart. Thank you very much. I actually do intend to paint that on stream someday, Agrax. So that is something that I actually do want to do on stream one day. It's such a huge project, I'm not in a position to do it right now. Your people are lying to you. That's right. The people are lying to you. The Necrons awoken to destroy Sanctuary 101. Where were the Ultramarines? Probably on the other side of the galaxy. Fall of Cadia, same as the same. Siege of Baal, same. Third War of Armageddon, same. Exactly. Where were the Ultramarines in the Imperium's time of need? There are many criminals. There are many criminals here in the Imperium. There are many criminals who would betray the God Emperor and his Imperium and the rightful government. The Ultramarines are the first among the traitors. The Ultramarines are sus. They themselves are empire builders. They have hollowed out his Imperium for their own political goals. Why do you think they're on all the boxes in promotion? It's because the coup has already happened, folks. The coup has already happened. The Ultramarines are the Imperium. They have usurped the authority of the rightful government. They've put Bobby G in power. He's out there. He's banging his Eldar girlfriend as a disgusting degenerate, defying the Emperor's decree to annihilate the Xenos. He has not annihilated the Xenos. I also have it on good authority that he would work with an orc if he had to. I'm going to tell you that right now, folks. You can't trust him. You can't trust the Rebude Gulliman. You can't trust the Custodians. But you know who you can't trust? You can't trust the Big Red 40k channel. You can listen to us right here, folks, telling you, delivering those truth bombs. Nowadays, however, a random guy pees on a planet at the opposite side of the galaxy of the Ultramar sector, and Kelgar shows up and immediately defeated by that random guy. Yes, they were in collusion with the Black Legion on Vigilus to see the other chapters reduced in numbers and to swoop in and seize control. Yeah, it's all conspiracy. You're right, Matthew Bureau. You're completely correct. Alpharius, Omega, and Ultron, the three heads of the Hydra. Those Ultramarines seem extra sus because they are sus. You know who's the true deceiver? It's not Alfarius. It's Rebude Gulliman. I was told the Ultramarines were busy doing really, really important things. You were told a lie, Overboard. You had me in the first half, not gonna lie. I agreed with you up until you said he has his Eldar girlfriend. Look, man, I've seen it everywhere. You'd have to be blind not to see it. He is banging the Eldar girlfriend. Now, I know you might say that he can't sexually reproduce and his junk doesn't work. Well, you know what? That's why he's with the Eldar, because of the magic. They use their space alien fairy magic, and it's very disgusting. It's very disgusting. It's grotesque. It is an abomination. It is an affront to the Emperor and his Imperium. And I think the only possible way for us to really test if this is true is for us to marshal the forces of the Imperium to attack the Craft Worlds. The forces of chaos claim that they're the big bads, and you've seen Tyranids out there. I know people have seen Tyranids before. I've seen Tyranids all the time. They fly around in space, very dangerous. You got to be careful. You might get abducted by Tyranids. There's all these other threats supposedly out there. Why do we not focus on the Eldar? They're supposedly the Imperium's cohort. They're supposedly allies. Well, I'll tell you what. If we destroy the Craft Worlds and kill all the Eldar, I think we'll find out then where Rebude Gulliman's loyalties really lie. As soon as you start firing on his true people, his space elf friends, just watch him turn around and attack you, just like that. Bang! You won't even see it coming. He will come in from behind, and he will stab you in the back every time. Folks, I'm just laying the truth down here. That's all I'm doing, folks. We're just talking about truth. Actually, it's space alien elf magic. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Miles. Our local Ultramarine expert has corrected me. I do apologize to everyone in the chat. I have stepped out of bounds. Jesus Christ, you had to stop huffing paint. It's not good for you, as everyone can see right now. You guys, look, I found these oil-based paints. Oh my goodness, it's getting high as shit. Oil-based paint. You guys, I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen the colors. Everything I've heard is a lie. That's right. You can't trust anything overboard. That was actually a lot of fun. I didn't think that the 40k Alex Jones impression was going to get very far, but that was hilarious. That said, folks, I'll tell you, folks. You can't trust him. Oil-based paints review, negative 10 out of 10. Next video, I'll see if they are good for painting miniatures. I will have you know, when I huffed these oil-based paints, I didn't even get that high. I just got sick. This is bullshit. Oh my goodness. You know what? For all of you guys who mostly show up on the afternoon streams, I will tell you what. This morning's stream proves that you miss out on the best content when you're not here in the morning. The Big Red Conspiracies channel. Oh my goodness. Just got like the poster on the wall. Oh, it's all like the lines are drawing. It's like you could see that he talked to Yvrain, and when he talked to Yvrain, that was all part of his plan. His plan to kill the Emperor. He only didn't do it yet because, he's got other things he's doing. He saw the Emperor in person, though. Shut up. Shut up if you thought of that. That's awesome. Hey, it's Martin Young. Welcome aboard, Martin. Next thing we'll say is the Blood Angels are turning the Tra? Overboard has removed the comment. I'll never be able to understand the divine wisdom I was being given. It worries me. I have lost my rudder. I am adrift at sea, my friends. Didn't the Ultramarines have had a half Eldar? Yes, they did. We know how human and DNA doesn't mix well with Eldar DNA, but what about Primarch DNA, huh? Huh? Checkmate, Primarchs. Oh, yes, absolutely. You can tell that Rabude Gulliman was giving a lot of genetic deposits. Oh, yeah, we know it's Rogue Trader, Matthew Bureau. We're just taking the piss. Are the Primaries heretical? I personally believe that... I mean, like, it depends on how you define heretical. I do not believe that it is heretical. But, if you define heretical as any type of technological innovation not coming from an STC, then yes, they are heretical. Because that's what they are. They're an innovation. And innovation, according to the Imperium, is a type of heresy. So, if you want to get to that level, then yes, they are a heresy. Oh boy, Besker sent me something. Hydra Dominatus. Oh boy. Oh boy. But are you guys working on anything new and exciting? Is there anything new and exciting happening with you? It can't all be about me. Can it? Oh boy. Well, the silence of the chat is damning. I understand now. I understand now. I get it. They don't want to answer my questions. I see how it is. I see how it is. This is what I get it. I need to paint like 5 40k armies. Ha ha, fool! I have to paint 10. Why is the Mechanicus largely against advancing technology? Because they don't believe that technological innovation is important. They believe that all knowledge should be derived through the STCs. That's the simple part of it. That's basically what they believe. Your conspiracy for freaked out the chat? Probably. Ah, very cool. Which aeronautica are you painting, Zero's Hobby? You gotta tell me. Oh boy. Oh boy, Besker. Oh boy. Ah, Battlefield and Cyberpunk, very cool. The Lion, traitor or hero? The Lion should have been a traitor. Well, not a traitor, but the Lion should have been self-interested. And they've changed that backstory. He's the only loyalist Imperial Primarch I legitimately no longer like. I write him off. I don't really care what he does. They ruined his backstory in the Horus Heresy. They completely twisted him into something that I'm not happy with. Hey, have a good one, Overboard. Thank you for joining us here today, my friend. Happy Aeronautica pirate and pilot noises. Ah. I don't know what you're talking about, Besker. I don't know what you mean. What are you talking about, Besker? Are you crazy, Besker? Besker, are you losing your mind on stream? Everyone is going to think very little of you if you lose your mind on stream, Besker. You gotta keep it under control. Tau, Orcs, Eldar for now. Oh, very cool. Very cool, actually. I love Eldar flyers, and I love Orc flyers, so that must be a real treat to get to paint that. Is it all plastic, or are you getting any of the stuff from Forge World? Ooh! Imperial Japanese Army, 500 points for bolt action. That's going to be awesome. Bonsai. The image I sent you and also read I was never sane to begin with. I watch you, Red. Yeah, I know shit, dude. We're almost be crazy. I kind of love how silly and stupid the lore of Call, pretty much having the legion's worth of primary. I think that's not great. It was more than a legion too. Like, it's not great. You have the original Orc fleet from Forge World's Old Range. Very cool. Very cool. Aeronautica is likely to get pulled into Epic if they're doing Epic as well. It's the same scale, and they've mentioned that in the past. So you might also be building up your Aeronautica to be a complement to your Epic forces eventually as well. Ooh. Very exciting. Very exciting indeed. It's 3 in the morning. It's 3 in the morning, guys. Should I push to the 2-hour limit? Yeah, screw it. We'll push to 2 hours. I'm gonna get a little tiny bit more painting in. 1 second, guys. We'll get a little tiny bit more painting. Just a little. Just a little bit. Give me 1 second here, boys. All right. So, the part that we're still going to be able to do, finish this, I'm actually going to show you guys how the red effect works for the energy. Is we'll just go through it and we will do a little tiny bit here. Push! Yay! Quickly have to do here. I need my magnifier so you won't see this on stream. I do apologize, everyone. Let's quickly get in here real quick. Just cover up a couple little patches that got through. We were painting this prior. It is not the most scientific red effect you'll ever see. Just gonna let you guys know right now. It's very simple, but it works. So what we're gonna do here. Medium. Orb in particular. I really want this to be light enough. Just simply go in. It's very easy. You do have to know the consistencies you want. Just like that. You go in. Just apply it like that. Yep. Nothing crazy, guys. Nothing crazy. I want to avoid doing though is I don't want it to pool certain areas. Right. There we go. It's that easy. And that's basically how I do all of it. It's not the most complicated red I've ever done. I have done better glow effects otherwise, but it has the right effect, and it does what I want it to do. So just like that. I've already pre-thinned this pot for the most part. We just go in and let the contrast do its job. Hey, how's it going, Halo? Good to see you, man. I'm doing all right. We've been streaming more lately. That is what we've been up to, my friend. Morning streams and afternoon streams. It's very exciting. Painting tiny glasses. Oh, yeah, dude. That would be difficult. I'd wondered how you've been doing, man. That's good. Yeah, Keith, we're still streaming. We're still doing it. We're still doing it, Keith. Nobody can stop us. Nobody save the gods themselves. Bam. Bam. Very simple color scheme, guys. As I said, just very simple. It just works. It just works. Just like that, this is mostly done. I know it doesn't seem that crazy, but this is basically what gets most of that model finished. Now that's one piece of a greater model. It doesn't look as impressive on its own. But as we go through, and as we add more and more, you've got to kitbash a warrior on a Primaris spike? Why? Why do I have to do that? You guys can see here a little bit of how this is meant to look once it's on its base. That is going to be approximately how it's going to work. The neck scars, oh god. I think these things look pretty badass myself. I really love the way these things look. Hey Halo, you want to see one of the finished ones? Check that out, Halo. Not too bad, eh? Alright then. Let's flip back over the camera a little bit. I have returned. Bam. So, that is what we've been up to. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. That's how we do. Alright, well, 15 minutes away from the 2-hour mark, and at the 2-hour mark I am going to be going to sleep. So, just as a heads up, or at the very least I'm going to have to try to go to sleep at the 2-hour mark. Has the yes, it has! This is it after its first level of dry brushing. I think it actually looks pretty cool, actually. So I'm very much considering making this the color that all of my guys would be standing on, with extra gravel on top of it and things like that to make it look even more desolate as well. So patches of just shattered earth and just debris and stuff like that, or debris. Debris. I can say the words real good. No, just a dead world. Just a dead world, Keith. Like, I just think that a grayish, blackish base just looks very alien and looks very lifeless. So that's kind of the direction I want to take it in. And I'm also going to be adding astroturf over to, like, some turf over top of it as well. Yeah, man, I think it's going to look very cool, especially with the Necrons on top of it. You're always nervous when you choose out your bases, at least I am. I'm actually more nervous about choosing the bases than I am about painting the models. So it's just like, oh, I hope this works! So, I think it will, though. So that's good. Remember, guys, I've not mentioned this before on stream today, but if you're enjoying your time here, please hit that like button. It helps the channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel. I do this every day. We're also going to be doing an Adepticon stream, so that will be happening. As long as Adepticon Reveal stream. As long as GW is doing a presentation for it, we will be doing a follow along with it, and we will start hours earlier, and it's going to be a celebrate good times time. And in 2 weeks from today, on my birthday, we will be streaming for a minimum of 6 hours, and perhaps as many as 8 or even 10 hours. We're just gonna Iron Man my way through most of my birthday after I get my food. After I eat that day. My mom and pa taught me words real good. They done taught me about all these types of things out there, man. Like, this one time I was out there and I was all like, you know, shit, man, what do you call this stuff that's everywhere? And they're like, do you mean the grass? And I said, no, not the grass. I'm talking about this other shit. You know what I mean, man? Like, I was just out here. I was looking around. I was trying my best to take a look at what time I was going to be able to discern what I was talking about. And I took one look, and it's called a tree. Have you ever heard of these dumb fucking weird things, man? Hanging all up out of the ground all next to the grass? Oh boy, I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna get in trouble. So every subscriber I have who's from like who's from the southern United States is immediately like, fuck Bear. Fuck this guy. Look, man, I'm just telling you how it be, man. I'm just telling you what's what. What's wrong, Miles? Are you walking on the grass? It's okay if I'm a bad person. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be a perfect person. You don't even... It's okay. Perfect new stream style. Oh my god, can you imagine trying to do that? I would blow my voice box out again, which I'm trying to not do. No, that was some good old that was some good articulation there, partner. Unsub, no! Don't leave me overboard! Practicing the squat impersonation. Oh, can you imagine if they made the squats not like these Nordic guys are, they're like, or like the stereotypical Scottish dwarf, but instead the dwarf's like, hey man, I'm done here for the Imperium of Man. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you something right now. That would be amazing, and you know it. You all know it would be amazing. Don't lie to yourselves. Embrace it. But doing donuts on their trikes. Oh no. They're just a bunch of like what's the word I'm looking for here? They're just a bunch of redneck millionaires. That's all they are. They're just like, hey man, I'm out here in my quad. But I think we're gonna wind the stream down, guys. I think it's time. I think it's time. I think the time has arrived. I think the time has arrived for me to wind the stream down. That's what I think. I think that we're here. I think that we crossed the Rubicon Primaris. We crossed the Rubicon into the new light of ending the stream. They make fun of a Canadian accent? Hey, come on there, boyo! That's too newfie. I'm just trying to think here. Oh, what's a good way I can make fun of a Canadian accent? How you doing there, eh? I don't know if that one works. You could do the French Canadian, you know, like you try to get the people out there where you have like you know the French people, you know they go out there, they're the Canadians, you know, they're the real Canadians out there, you know. That's right now. I haven't done the Quebec accent in too long. You know what I mean, man? It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. You know, like, to try to do the thing, man. It's crazy. Oh, yeah, there, bud. Oh, yeah. Don't you worry there, buddo. Just give her. Oh, my goodness. You know what? There's a company in this town that's like just a random truck company. He's got like a little pickup truck, and he just does little jobs for people. But, I forget what it is. It's like just give her trucks. Just give her. And like you look on the side and it's just a guy like, I'm giving her. I'm like, what the hell am I looking at? I was getting gas the other day. I'm like, what's the purpose of this company? I don't understand. I don't understand why this company exists. Just give her their buds. What? But, I think, gentlemen, I do think that it is time. Boomer hentai? Boomer hentai? What? You have to explain this to me. You have to explain this to me now, Dino, before I end this. You're gonna have to explain this to me. You can't just say boomer hentai. You can't just say that without some type of explanation. I'm not your buddy guy, but I'm not your pal. No, it's I'm not your buddy guy. I'm not your guy friend. I'm not your friend buddy. Well, I'm not your guy friend. Well, I'm not your buddy. No, I'm not your buddy guy. It's awesome. On the side of the van. Oh, boomer hentai. Oof, that's ruthless. But this time for real. For reals this time, you guys. I mean it, for reals. I am going to try to get an afternoon stream in today as well. There will be... I don't think there's going to be any more videos this week, but I do suspect that we will have a video up next week, especially after Monday. Monday tends to yield stuff that's worth us talking about. And then on the week after, there will be part 2 of the Badab War that I'm going to try to have done for the beginning of April. Basically not the day I do the stream, because that's just like, even if the video is done, I don't want to screw up the algorithm. But that video will be dropping probably the April 3rd or April 4th. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up on that front. Lore videos can be pretty long, so I know. I recommend taking a look at the first lore run I did, though. I know not everybody has. I would recommend taking a look at part 1 of the Badab. It has its own playlist on the channel, so you will find it there, and it basically just talks about the beginning of what leads to the events of the Badab. Part 2 is going further into that spectrum, and then part 3, I suspect by part 3, we will actually have the very beginning of the Badab. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I put a lot of effort into my lore videos, and I hope you guys enjoy them. With that, you guys have yourselves a great day, and I will catch all you guys later.